Welcome to LSC, it's Sportstime. I'm your host, Bob Hintz. Today I have with me Nathaniel Adibi, former football player at Phoebus High School and Virginia Tech, and then got to play some in the pros. Glad to have you here.
Thanks for having me.
First of all, let's go back a little bit. Your dad is from Nigeria,
Yes, sir.
and he came over to the United States to go to school.
Yes, sir. He had a mastering in parasitology, and then became a microbiology professor at Hampton University.
Okay, and your mother's not from Nigeria; she's from the United States.
Yes, sir.
So you grew up here on the peninsula in Hampton.
Yes, sir. I moved here in about 6th grade.
Okay, now playing ball, you played in the rec league. Where was it at?
Fox Hill Redskins.
Well, Fox Hill Redskins. Okay, we didn't have to bring that up, but that's okay. Well, talk a little bit about what that experience was like, and maybe some of your coaches or teammates.
I think that's where everything kind of started at for myself and my brother. Coach Tom Moore, he was my coach in actually rec league for football and basketball. And he teaches the basics. I think that's when I learned all my basic skills of how to become a true professional player.
Well, and I've talked to some of the coaches, especially Stan Sexton and Bill D, and I said, well, how do your kids in Hampton and Phoebus learn to hit so well and tackle so well? He says, they come from the rec league.
Yes, sir.
So evidently the coaches down there doing a great job with the fundamentals with you guys.
They harp on fundamentals back in the rec league, especially at Fox Hill. I know they do a great job at Fox Hill in teaching the fundamentals of football.
Right, now were you big as a kid, or it's the other kids, are you about the same size? Because you're huge now.
I was always pretty much bigger than everybody else,
right,
for the most part.
So what positions did you play when in the rec league?
In rec league, when I got to Fox Hill, I was a tailback and safety.
Tailback and safety. Boy, I'd hate to have you hit me. So now you go to the JVs as an 8th grader.
Yes, sir.
Over at Phoebus.
Yes,
now
sir.
That's a little different experience because now you're playing with kids that some of them are bigger than you.
All of them bigger than me.
So talk a little bit about it. And who was your coach?
Coach D. Actually, Coach Sexton was my JV coach at that time.
Right.
And it was a learning experience being around coaches that will fuss at you. I never had been fussed at before in practice. It was an eye-opening experience for me.
Right. And who were some of your teammates that can you remember?
Oh, man. Omar Holly, Ron Howard, who was Adam Wright, Mike Brown.
Okay.
Kelsey Pierce.
Well, you had some good players on that,
yes,
that team with you.
Sir.
So then after your JV, as a 9th grader, then you get on the varsity?
Yes, sir. I played some varsity 9th through 12th grade, yes, sir.
Okay, and you didn't always play the same position?
I actually started on defense, playing defensive end in 9th grade. Then also they had me at offensive line at first until they kind of saw me play offense for a little bit. They moved me to tight end and fullback positions.
Right. And you also did some running back punts and kickoffs.
Yes, my junior year, actually, we started off 0-2, I remember. And then I was playing tight end. I was doing pretty well. So the coach Sexton decided to put me a deep man kickoff return.
And this was against Kickingham.
Against Kickingham, yes, sir. And I was scared to death. I ended up actually running one back. It got called back. And I came close to running a second one back. That also got called back. But then the next game after that, they decided to move me to tailback, and it's been a wrap ever since.
And you guys didn't lose another game until you ran into
Hampton. That was Hampton. That was ranked #1 in the nation that year.
Right.
We lost to them. Actually, me and Ron Curry got hurt that game, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. But I ended up beating us in a close game. Wow.
Because you never got a chance to say, I beat Hampton.
Unfortunately not.
And I'm not saying that
they had a good team. I know I always respected them. I didn't care for them, but I just respected them.
Right. And they're hard-nosed, and they played just like you guys did. And because I know this is one thing that Bill D drums on you guys is being hard-nosed, fair, clean football, but not afraid to hit.
Down and dirty, yes, sir.
Yeah. All right. So now going through high school and everything, and then you're thinking about going to college, and you're being recruited by quite a few different teams.
Yes, coming out of high school, I was actually ranked the #4 jumbo athlete in the nation. I could play multiple positions. Ended up getting scholarships starting my sophomore year from Virginia Tech and Penn State. And I got scholarships from all kind of Big Ten, Big East, ACC teams, a couple of SEC teams. But it pretty much came down to Penn State, Carolina, and Tech at the end.
Okay, and you end up going Tech, and explain why that was the decision.
I came close, honestly, to go to Carolina, and then when I thought about it, a friend called me. It was all about the people from my area. A lot of people from my area was going to Tech, and I knew they could play. And that's when Victor's went there the year before. They had a whole slew of people from the area went. We had a whole gang of people again my senior year that went to Virginia Tech, and I felt that was a better choice for me.
Right, so now you're at Virginia Tech as a redshirt freshman,
yes, sir.
And they get to go to the
play against Florida State. Yes, sir. We played against Florida State at in the Sugar Bowl. It was a great experience, just the whole atmosphere of the national championship, and just. Now, I hate that I get a chance to go there again, but it was a great experience.
Right. Now, while you're there, the 757 area, and everybody talks about it, and they ought to, because there's so many great athletes come out of this area. But going up there was a lot of guys that you said was one of the reasons you went there. How did you guys help each other?
Oh, we helped each other in the mere fact that we all seen each other play before, We have fun competing against one another. In terms of competing in the weight room, in practice, and then trying to show off in the game. Who can do the best. We just had fun playing. It was a great time.
Well, and we'll talk a little bit about the 757. Milan Brown, who played at Kickotan, ends up as a head coach up at Holy Cross.
Okay.
And he gets a call from a guy by the name of Chris Slade. Never met Chris. Chris played for TAB and UVA and then with the Patriots. And he says, I got tickets for you to a Red Sox baseball game. Because he's from the 757 area. So,
It's simple, especially back at Tech or any place around this area. Like, where you from? It's simple. Either you say, I'm from Tidewater, 757. It's simply known as the 757. We have a great responsibility, pretty much, of being from this. If you're from this area, you wouldn't be known from the 757. We have fun playing. We're great athletes. We just known to have a great breed of athletes here in 757.
Well, and you look out for each other,
yes,
which
sir.
I think is just, to me, is great, because you don't find that anywhere else. Now, 4 years played at Tech, and that had to be awesome. Talk about some of the coaches that you played for up there.
First of all, Coach Beamer is a great coach.
Right.
I have fun playing underneath him. Some of the special team Beamer ball. Coach Billy Height, Charles, Coach Wiles, Coach Foster, defensive coordinator.
Right.
Just the whole help you prepare you to be a man, pretty much. Right. It was fun.
So what did your main position then? Was it a linebacker?
Oh, I played defensive end.
Defensive end,
yes, sir.
Because your brother was at linebacker.
Yes, sir.
So.
Yes, sir.
But the defensive end, so that means you was with Foster.
I was with Coach Wiles, and Coach Foster was the defensive coordinator.
I mean, this guy is intense.
Intense, yes, sir. Don't mess up.
Yeah.
He's all about being accountable to your position,
right.
to the defense.
You've got certain responsibilities, and you got to be accountable.
Do your job and do your job well. Don't do nobody else's job. Do your job.
Talk a little bit about going to bowl games, because this is different. A lot of people go to college and have a good career in college, but never get to go to a bowl game. You were with a team that not only went to a BCS, but other bowl games too.
Right. It was different in the sense of, once the end of the season, you kind of got a little week off doing for school, for doing your tests and stuff. You went home, and then you came back maybe a couple of days before you've been sent off to your bowl game, and you sort of get back into things. You can't go out. You still got to be in shape. It was a different kind of beast for the mere fact that you had to be up on everything still. You got to go away from the game. We came back, you had to prepare yourself all over again for this team you're about to get ready to play.
And that's an honor to be selected as a team, be selected to go to a bowl game.
Yes, sir.
I mean, just in itself is great. Then you graduate, you get a degree.
Yes, sir.
And you get a degree in
property management. Yes, sir. And minor in real estate.
Minor in real estate. Well, how much real estate have you sold?
Well, actually, about selling real estate, my whole goal in terms of this management for this degree was to get some money playing football, buy some property, manage it myself, and rent it out myself with my own management company.
Okay.
That was my goal. Unfortunately, it didn't happen that kind of way, but I still believe I can get that in the future.
Okay. All right, now let's go back, because you got to play some pro ball.
Yes, sir.
And you got to play with 4 different teams. But that, that in itself.
Right, yes, sir. I got a chance to get drafted by the Pittsburgh Steelers. It was a great experience there.
Right.
At linebacker. It was different. It was hard. Me being defensive end and moving to a linebacker in a position I never played before, it was kind of an experience that I should have prepared myself better for, honestly, and took better advantage of that experience, for that opportunity I had.
All right, you was Pittsburgh, and you was Jacksonville and
Indianapolis and
Seattle. Now, in practice, towards the end of the season, you get hit in the hip.
Yes, sir. I ended up fracturing my hip in the week 17. It was a fluke thing. I did this move thousands of times, and this one time, it just popped on me.
Did you get hit? You didn't get hit?
Actually, I was getting pushed. I beat my man. I was still getting pushed up the field, and I wasn't trying to hit the quarterback, Matt Hasselbeck. So I tried to go up the field, and I got in an awkward position. My hip tried to pop out of place, and it just popped and went back in, and I fractured my socket.
Wow.
Yes, sir.
So rather than have Operation Rehab, and you went through the rehab process, and I said, okay, ready to go, and you go over to Europe.
Yes, sir.
You played a little bit over in Europe,
yes,
over
sir.
in Germany?
Yes, sir. I was in Germany. I played for Hamburg Sea Devils. That's the last season over there in NFL Europe. We ended up winning the championship, but came back to the States with the Titans doing a training camp and re-aggravated my hip again.
So this time you got to get the operation.
Yeah, I had some opportunity to go to Canada, but it wasn't worth it to me anymore. I really wanted to be able to walk in the future, play with my kids once I had kids, and it wasn't worth it no more to me.
Okay, so then you make a completely different change, and you go with the Hampton Police Department.
Yes, sir.
And you told me that you had a neighbor behind you that tried to recruit you out of high school.
Yes, sir. He didn't realize I was actually going to go to college to play football, but it always stuck in the back of my head. And once I came back to Virginia, I decided, this might be an opportunity for me. So I contacted him, and he sort of led me into the direction of how to become a Hampton Police Department.
Okay, so now you have to go through the
academy, the whole process. Yes, sir.
I compare that with football practice. Is there a similarity?
It's definitely similar, I would say, in sense of teamwork. Right. Being accountable to the ones beside you. You have to do your position, just like in the police work. You got to do your job.
Right.
Everything sort of builds on one another, I believe. It's all about being accountable to yourself, to the people you work with, to your supervisors, being responsible.
So a lot of things that you learned from sports helped you in being in the police academy. We're going to kind of wrap this thing up, but I want you to explain how sports kind of helped you in dealing with the public, because you're in the public eye now, you're dealing with the public, and other things that maybe sports helped you in your relationship with the police department.
Yes, sir. I mean, in terms of, I remember, like I said, first time going to Phoebus High School and actually getting cursed at, coaches fussing and cussing. And, I get that. You get that from the public now as well. Whether it be a policeman or a regular job. I believe being an athlete, you being around a variety of people with different personalities, so you learn to deal with people on that kind of level. It's different personalities, and it's learn how to talk to people, be one-on-one, be more personal with one another. No matter if it's a little kid or a 60-year-old lady or man, just being respectful.
Right. Now, also, your size. I mean, you stick out. If you're walking a beat or you get out of the car, I mean, they know, okay, this guy means business. But, was the sports able to help you a little bit on how to deal with the public like that?
Yeah, I mean, for the most part, yes, sir. It's just all about being respectful.
Right.
People want to be respected, and the only you show them respect, you tend to get respect back. And that's one thing I definitely learned from being in the sports is, just be yourself. You don't have to get out your element. Just be respectful. Be who you are, and you'd be surprised how far that would take you.
Okay, I got one more question, then we're going to wrap this thing up. How do you explain what happened over at Phoebus? 4 state champions in a row, 2 different coaches, 4 different quarterbacks, 4 different running backs.
A great foundation. It's the same thing. It's all about hard work, dedicating yourself to the team, to your sport, to your school, respecting the logo, the Phantoms logo, taking pride in football and into that school. I think over the years they've grown to learn how to win. It started off with me. We didn't quite get there. We definitely was.
But you laid the
foundation of how to do it.
Yeah.
My brothers' years, they won the first 2 state championships at Phoebus, and they've been doing it ever since. And I'm glad. I'm proud to be a Phantom. I love watching them play. I love watching them dominate every team, especially Hampton. No, but I had to throw that in there. But like I said, I definitely respect Hampton. But I love seeing the teams from 757 do well throughout the state, honestly.
Well, appreciate you coming in.
Thanks.
I want to thank you for tuning in to LSC and Sports Time. I want to thank my special guest, Nathaniel Adibi. I'm your host, Bob Hintz. Until next time.